Good morning and welcome to this Monday morning slot of Thought for the Day from the Avon Valley Churches. My name is John Towler and I'm one of the associate priests serving this benefice. A besetting sin of the Western Christian Church is its tendency to hide behind what I am going to call tribalism. What I mean by that is fiercely protecting Christianity, somehow related only to the British, from all the other religions of the world and making exclusive claims for our particular brand of Christianity. However, religion has been part of humankind's legacy for millions of years and has seen many expressions of tribalism. A few weeks ago, delicate prehistoric carvings of adult red deer, thought to be the oldest of their type in the UK, have been found in a tomb in one of Scotland's most famous Neolithic sites. The carvings, which depict two male red deers with full-grown antlers and several thought to be young deer, were discovered by chance in Kilmartin Glen in Argyll, home to one of UK's richest accumulations of Neolithic and Bronze Age sites. Archaeologists estimate the carvings are between 4,000 to 5,000 years old, a period which spans the Neolithic and early Bronze Age, and are the first in the UK located alongside prehistoric cup and ring markings found throughout Kilmartin Glen. The deer were found by one Hamish Fenton, an amateur archaeologist from Oxfordshire, who was visiting the area and who was exploring Ducregeg Cairn, a Bronze Age burial mound, one evening. The story is told in September 1940. The entrance to the now famous Lascaux Caves was discovered by 18-year-old Marcel Ravida when his dog Robo fell in a hole. In all, there are about 600 frescoes and 1,500 engravings in the Lascaux labyrinth. Such discoveries point to humankind making sacred spaces for the performance of rituals. The pictures have been found to illustrate mythical stories, which are attempts by their creators to bring a meaning to their existence in the face of what was pretty extreme hardship. For myth, read story. All religions are based around stories. Stories help us find our way around life. I guess that is why the TV soaps have such an appeal. For others, novels, art and films help us to shape values and meaning in our lives. Various parts of the Christian church have from time to time confused what we might call story, which theologians call myth, although that can be a confusing word, meaning something which is untrue in our day and age, and what I will call reason, which theologians call logos. To distinguish between the two when reading and studying the Bible is important so that we avoid the pitfall of fundamentalism. What I mean by that is to create a tribe to follow their own interpretations. This can and frequently and does lead to the church becoming tribal and narrow in its view. And by tribal, I mean an attitude which results in, to use the child's hymn, you in your small corner and I in mine, and that's where we're staying. Such confusion has led to parts of the evangelical wings of Christian communities, especially the American Midwest, to debunk the whole science of evolution, by insisting that the stories of creation and Genesis are, in fact, fact rather than story. Richard Rohr, a Catholic Franciscan religious, has wide words for those who practice fundamentalism. He distinguishes between what he calls willingness and willfulness. He says this: literalism, i.e., taking the Bible text at face value, is the lowest and least level of meaning in a spiritual text. Willful people use scripture literally when it serves their purposes, and they use it figuratively when it gets in the way of their cultural biases. Willing people let the scriptures change them instead of using them to change others. In other words, be careful how you use the Bible. In the hands of some, it can be a dangerous book. And this public health warning is for other religions as well. We have seen in history how both Christian and Jewish Bibles and Islam's Quran have been used to substantiate the most appalling atrocities committed against innocent people and nations in the name of God. Beware of our churches becoming tribal and narrow-minded because appalling things happen. Jesus was the master of storytelling. He used everyday illustrations in his parables of the kingdom with which to communicate the good news. Mustard seeds, pearls of great price, wheat and tares, lamps on lampstands, bread, yeast, fruit trees. And he also used stories about people and families. For example, the prodigal son, the good Samaritan, the rich young man. As with those stories on the walls of the Lascaux caves and the newly found discoveries in Argyll, Scotland, and with novels and films today, stories can be very powerful ways in which to tell perceived truths about ourselves, others, and finding a meaning for our existence. At heart, the Christian story is simple yet profound. It tells the story of how the mystery of God, the creator and sustainer of the universe, shares a human life in the person of Jesus of Nazareth, who shows us by his life, death, and resurrection that to live the fullest, richest life possible, we must travel the path of sacrificial love. Such a journey will not be easy as we navigate the daily challenges like the threat of sickness, mental illness, unemployment, and sufferings, periods of not knowing how to be or what to do next. It is a journey. It is a pilgrimage. Jesus in his story promises no quick fixes. His way is not that of a fast food restaurant. It is for me primarily a way of listening, wrestling, being compassionate. It is not a way of exclusion, judgment, having to be perfect, and being moral at all costs. So to what end is the practice of our religion? And what truths do these stories point? To attain heaven? No, that is a gift not ours to attain. All religions espouse adherence to what is known as the perennial tradition, Most religions have stated this in various ways. And this is the profound bit, shrouded in mystery. A person's final end is union with God and all things. It is a journey of discovery of how to be and walk with God eternally. We can fight this way by deluding ourselves that the purpose of life is simply making money, having children, and finding a good job. So parents, be careful how you tell your children what life is all about. Beware of encouraging tribalism in any of its forms. In the end, we are where we are on this journey, and it is so different for each of us. But know, my friends, that we do not travel alone. We are all connected. We all need one another. The universe is one connected whole. Even the quantum physicists probably agree on that. What stories will those who follow us millions of years hence discover of our age? Will they discover that we were all on a path towards union with God, the divine mystery, or a selfish destruction of the planet? Or, I don't know. And where will they discover these stories? Archived in the cloud, maybe? I wonder. Thank you for listening.